Hello there guys, welcome back to Yunus Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. Video number 2 of 2. I'm gonna point in the direction of, as always, right here. If you didn't catch video number 1 earlier on today with the blockbuster news when it all came out about Kylian Mbappe, you can check it out right here. When the news broke and we heard about this monster bid and the monster salary, you can catch my entire reaction there. On top of that, today isn't just a double upload day, it's a double upload day on here, but there is a single upload over on Yunus Talks, my other channel, link in the description. I will leave a link to the video right here as well so you can check it out amongst the first video of the day on this channel. But we're all into sports, aren't we? We're all into, well, we all love football, hence why we're here. So I'm pretty sure a lot of you are active people. And if you're active people like myself that like to train or go to the gym or whatnot, especially for the gym goers, that video is for you. 3 ways to make sure that you stay consistent when you go or you train or you go to the gym. That is the video that's over on Yunus Talk, so go and check it out now and enjoy, and subscribe over there if you haven't already. Let's get cracking. In the midst of that as well, also to point out to you guys that the social media links are in the description and on screen for you right now. So head over there, follow and enjoy. Let's get cracking. We're going to start off with Mbappe. We have to. It's a continuation of earlier on, so it's only right that we actually clarify what is going on. So, without further ado, let's start off with, and this came from Sky Sports, although everyone broke it at the same time, but we had the scoop from Sky Sports, so it's nice to know they're on top of things for once. Fantastic. So, here it is. Breaking. PSG have accepted Al Hilal's £259 million offer for Kylian Mbappe. They've accepted it. What a surprise. Of course they were going to accept it. Now it's down to Mbappe and his personal terms. Now, in relation to that bid, it's going to get accepted. It doesn't mean they can't accept other clubs though, even though, look, let's have it right, and I said this earlier on, the rest of us are how can I describe it? We're not even dust compared to what this bid is. You know, in when you put things in relative, we are so minuscule right now. You're gonna have to get a microscope out to see the rest of us trying to put bids in compared to this gigantic Saudi bid. It is what it is. It's just not going to happen for the rest of us, I don't think. Anyway, we have more clarity as the video goes on, so keep your eyes peeled. But here's Fabrizio clarifying the situation with Mbappe and Al Hilal. No talks taking place between Mbappe and Al Hilal at this stage, just between Al Hilal and PSG. Al Hilal plan to offer Kylian Mbappe net salary worth €200 million a year. It could only reach reported €700 million package by including commercial deals, leaving 100% image rights to Kylian, obviously. Much like Cristiano has at Al Nassr, you'll find a lot of these players that have image rights included in their deals. You best believe Mbappe is going to get not just 100%, 200% if it's possible of his image rights over in Saudi. So of course, yes, it will hit 700. That would be his yearly salary, his annual salary over in Saudi. Something that is just not going to be hit anywhere else. So that's the latest with Mbappe and the salary. Now, a decision's not been made yet. It seems we don't know. We don't know what's going on. But in due course, I think we will start hearing things. Now, Mbappe himself took to Twitter to react to something that he found hilarious. Now, let's check it out. He actually reacted to this, which is actually a surprise, considering you're in the midst of a transfer saga. You wouldn't think, but here it is. So, Giannis Antetokounmpo, basketball player over in the States, put, Al Hilal, you can take me. I look like Kylian Mbappe. So he tweeted that, and Mbappe, laughing emojis, clearly found the whole thing hilarious. Alright, fair enough. I can see why he'd find it funny, but when it's about you, and everyone's kind of waiting for an answer, it's like, yeah, so, what are you saying? Is this a ha 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 laughing it off, or a ha ha ha, yeah, you got there first, but I'm about to make it real? Like, no one actually quite knows, so we'll see what's going to happen. But look, I gave you my thoughts earlier on, and I stick to him. I understand when people say Mbappe has ambition. He wants to win the Champions League. He wants to win the Ballon d'Or. He wants to win this, that, and the other, right? And he's not going to do it in Saudi. I hear that. But there's one fundamental Actually, there's two fundamental details. I was going to say one, but they kind of interjoin. There's two fundamental details here that we have to take into consideration. One is, listen, it's 700 million euros a year. It's 13 million euros a week. But do I need to get a calculator out to spell that out for you? Like, I don't think there's enough space on the calculator. You'd have to go into the power of, for those that know maths, the power of. You have to. If you're adding that many zeros, I don't think the calculator can fit that number. It's crazy to think that that is what he would be getting a week. He has to take that into consideration. The fact that, yes, he would still be playing his football. On top of that, he does have the option to go to Real Madrid next summer if he really wanted it. So he could go get the bag and then go to Real Madrid for free, rather than sit at PSG on the bench and not play, even though at the moment it's looking like that would still be unlikely because the French authorities and the federation and all that, they'd get involved. They would get involved, and it looks like apparently there is a law or there's some sort of rule or regulation which states that it'd be difficult to just have a player like that just sit there doing nothing. I don't know. There's some things, there's some loopholes there which we have to go into, but even for France, the president, probably Macron himself, probably be like, yo, PSG, what are you doing? Look, he is the main guy in the French national team. He has to play him, or I'm going to punish you. Like, the president would probably get involved in this because it's Mbappe. That's how big the name is, hence why we're talking these numbers. And the fact that his name is this big at his age is key. So that's reason number one. He needs to understand that he can play and then go to Madrid later and still get all that money. Right? He'd be sorted, him and his family, for generations. Two, who's his agent? Do you know? Without Googling, do you know who his agent is? His agent is his mother. His father is involved in his affairs as well, but his mother is his agent. Mother agent. Now, I don't know about you. Right? She definitely has his best interests at heart as a son. But as a footballer, I don't think she probably is on the same level as compared to as a son. What do I mean by that? It would be very easy for her as a mum to look at the situation and go, son, you better go and take every single flipping penny. For you, your future, your kids, your kids' kids, your kids' kids. Like, she's going to think on that mindset. And let me tell you, in terms of heritage, both of his parents, Cameroon, Algerian. I would know. So, trust me, both would definitely be thinking that mindset of generation, kids, they'd be secured. You cannot not think that. So, having her as an agent, it's going to play a part. Even though he might go, I want to win this, or I want to win that, I want to win this, but he has to listen to his mum. That's his agent. So this is where I would be shocked if somehow this got turned down. If Mbappe turned this down, I'd be flabbergasted. Especially with the option there on the table of going to Real Madrid next year. Not a problem, it's there. So this is why I'm expecting him to accept it. But it would still be Mbappe to Saudi. And I think many people have that issue of Mbappe in Saudi. That's the sticking point. So we'll see how this turns out. It's one hell of a saga. And we'll see what decision is going to be made. Now, let me know your thoughts down below in relation to Mbappe and this saga. Now, talking about sagas, we have an everlasting saga, a saga that doesn't want to end, right? It doesn't want to end. It's just, this is here forever. Might as well get used to it. I don't know what's gonna end first when you look at some of the, ongoing issues that have gone on for decades, and then you look at this story, you think, well, maybe those will get resolved first compared to this. Caicedo. Yeah, Caicedo. I'm sorry, guys. I have to mention it. Let's get into it. Here's Jacob Steinberg explaining exactly what's going on, and this is tiring. Negotiations for Moises Caicedo are stalling. as Brighton keep bringing up Levi Colwill in negotiations. The recruitment team now must weigh up how best to continue the pursuit, as they are reluctant to spend 100 million. We're going to continue. This is from C. Parker Turner. Chelsea are not close to meeting Brighton's valuation for Moises Caicedo yet. They are becoming frustrated with Brighton's insistence on including Levi Colwill in the deal, and their reluctance to provide an actual asking price. Caicedo's camp is starting to push now, as they are fearful that their client is being priced out of a move. This is key. And listen, I'm going to sum this up nicely for everybody involved. Yeah? Firstly, Brighton. I even done a video where I got everyone to post in the comments, and you all did. I respect that. Much appreciated to every single one of you a couple of days ago that left comments in every single one of your native languages saying not for sale. Not for sale. The amount of languages I saw was incredible. You'd think that we were starting a new United Nations or something. Incredible. There was languages there that I didn't even hear, I've not heard of. Posting not for sale. Not for sale. Not for sale. I don't know what we need to do now to let Brighton know that, listen, not for sale means he's not for flipping sale. I even used the example of going up to someone's house, right, and knocking on the door and be like, yo, do you own the gaff? Yes. Listen, I want to buy your house. Sorry, mate, it's not for sale. What am I going to do? Insist? No, you have to sell. You have to. No, I don't. I don't need. It's not for sale. No, but listen. Yeah, but it is. I'll be mad. I would be insane. I would look crazy. The police would come and take me. For harassment. This is harassment. This is harassment. Leave Levi Colwill alone. We were kind enough to even let Levi Colwill go on loan in the first place. And this is the appreciation. This is the appreciation. We gave you Gilmore. We gave you Levi Colwill on loan. We done all of this. We were meant to be on good terms. You gave us Graham Potter and whatnot. And look how crazy that went. Yeah, cheers for that. Much appreciated. And this is the thanks. Honestly, absolutely incredible how this is turning out. Not for sale somehow still means no, we're going to pursue. You're crazy. You are crazy. Brighton need to get their heads tested at this point, man. He's not for sale. I swear, I'm going to faint saying not for sale. I guarantee I'm going to be asleep, right? And in my sleep, I'm going to be like, not for sale. Not for sale. You're making me crazy. Much like you guys. Flipping out. Anyway, listen. Levi Colwill is being insisted on at this point. And there's also a key detail there. They're not actually providing an asking price. Now I understand why Chelsea haven't started hitting the 100 million mark. Why we're not actually going to that number. If there's no actual asking price, and the two bids that we put on the table without actually knowing what the actual asking price is getting rejected, well, of course we're going to take things slowly. We don't know what the asking price is. It's being touted as 100 million. There's rumours about it being matched with Declan Rice, but is there an actual asking price? Listen, at this point, that key feature, number 3, of Caicedo's camp getting involved is necessary at this point. Caicedo, mate, listen, you're going to have to come in now. You're going to have to make your feelings clear. We all know you want to come to Chelsea. We all know the personal terms are done. We all know that everyone in Brighton already knows that you want to bounce. So you need to make this official with the club and tell them, listen, thank you, but I'm gone. Get it done now. ASAP, because that's the only way Brighton are going to shift and they're going to start moving. Right now, they're taking the mick. It's as simple as that. It's actually getting ridiculous. Now, what I do want to say to the Chelsea fans, because we've got two extremes here. We got one extreme saying, no, let's walk. We'll walk. No, end this whole thing now. We're going. Bye. See you later. Right? That's one. And we got the other side going, just pay 100. Pay 100 mil. Just pay. Just pay it. Pay it. Both are wrong. For me, both are wrong. The one saying, just walk. No. Wait till Caicedo gets involved properly. He now needs to get involved. It seems like his camp are now going to start pushing. There's a strategy then. Cool. Wait and see how this plays out. Once the turmoil begins between player and club, we come in as the solution. Not with 100, with 80. Thank you very much. Listen, Brighton, we can end this saga for you right now, yeah? Let's end. Here's 80. Take it and go. Your player is unhappy. Are you willing to risk it and stake with a player who's going to probably score an own goal for you at some point? Like, he's not happy, does not want to be there, has an opportunity to come to Chelsea, wants to come to Chelsea. This deal might not happen again. Because we're Chelsea. Eventually, we would move on. We would move on and find someone else. We would. So, what do you want to do? You want to take 80? Yeah? And still have 80 million? Or are you going to try and stick for 100 and then eventually, if we had to, and Caicedo's camp didn't move enough, then we would have to leave. Yes. Or do we just pay? Now, this is where the other side are going, no, let's just pay. Just pay 100. Pay 100. Look, we want the player, pay 100. I understand that sentiment, right? I get it. But, and I know that, yes, if we got the player, eventually people would end up forgetting that we paid 100 if he was massively successful. I get it. But for future negotiations, everyone's going to know that if you drag Chelsea long enough, they will fold. So in the long term, for any other deal that comes post Caicedo, we're going to get our pants pulled down. We can't do that. We can't do that. This has gone so far enough now. This has gone too far in and so long. Like I mentioned a couple of videos ago, it's like a poker game where you've betted everything. Everything's on the table. Now all you've got left is your house and your car to stick on the table. You might as well go all the way. You might as well go all the way. If you're confident of your hand, you might as well go all the way. That's not financial or gambling advice. Please do not gamble. But my advice is don't do it. Don't, please. But do you get what I mean? You're so far gone that you can't just fold now. You should have folded time ago. You can't fold now. So the truth of the matter is this. And what we know is that Brighton are hesitant, but they're not in a rush. Chelsea, yes, we're in a rush. Kind of. We're in a rush because we want the player before we play Liverpool. I understand that. That would be the ideal situation. But the truth of the matter is, we can go 2 or 3 games without Levi Colwill. Sorry, not Levi Colwill. No, that's not happening. Brighton, don't get any ideas. Caicedo. We can. It's not the end of the world. We would have 35 games with Caicedo of the season. Fair enough. Yes, he wouldn't get a pre-season with us. That would hurt. That would sting a bit. But he's good enough. He's of quality enough to come in, just after the season starts, and it would click. I'm pretty sure it would work. He's already adapted to the league. He is already getting fit and whatnot. That's okay. On that front, it's okay. Then it's just about adapting to Enzo on his side and playing the Poch style. That's basically it. And yes, that would be ideal in pre-season, but we can't have everything our way. If we were to keep this dragging a little bit longer and Caicedo's camp gets involved, the chances are eventually Brighton will fold and they will take 80 mil and will get the player. So this is why Chelsea are not leaving right now, and at the same time why it would be dumb to just go, yeah, well, here's 100. Nah. I get what Chelsea are trying to do here. It's a big negotiation, this. Huge. So even though I hate saying this, but maybe give it a little longer. Let's give it a little longer and let's be wise about this. Right? And we'll see where it goes. Because I truly believe that if push comes to shove, eventually, at the last minute, who's more likely to fold? Brighton. Because they know a club of their size will be missing out on £80 million. That doesn't come often. They don't play European football often. As much as they think they've got Europa League football now, that's not guaranteed for next season. They might not even get Conference League. With us, I'm pretty sure eventually we will be back in the Champions League. We've got the financial capacity. Do not worry. We'll be okay. Brighton, it's a big deal for them. So if push comes to shove, at the very, very, very core, I think Brighton will be the ones to fold. Not us. So remember that. Remember that. Business is a long-term thing. You can't make decisions based on sentiment or feeling or anger, or you'd get killed. Like you would not be successful in any business if you thought like that. You just wouldn't. You have to play the long game. You have to. And as much as that hurts sometimes it's necessary. So let's wait and see how this unfolds. As much as Brighton want to act like the big boys and think that they can just not move, right? Let's see who's got enough muscle to move who eventually at the very core. And trust me, I'm pretty sure it would be Chelsea. So let's see how that one unfolds. Let me know your thoughts down below in relation to this saga. What I do want to add before we move on, right now, I'm honestly saying this because I'm being honest. Don't be surprised if this went till deadline day. This is a sort of deal that you can see both are just not moving, and it's gonna have to go to deadline day. Eventually, one will fold on deadline day. That's what I'm saying. It was more than likely gonna be Brighton, but that's on deadline day. But what I'm saying is, don't be surprised if it actually went there, because right now it just looks like things are not moving. Unless Caicedo takes action, which I'm hoping is going to be the catalyst. So let's wait and see what Caicedo does. Fingers crossed him and his team start moving. So there's that. Now, we move to one story that broke tonight, and it's in relation to Conor Gallagher. We've got conflicting things going on here, so I'm going to clarify the situation. Here it is. West Ham have submitted an official bid for Conor Gallagher, proposal in the region of £40 million. Chelsea have not sent official answer yet, as discussions will take place in the next hours and days. Now, remember that. We've got more clarity, so here it is. Chelsea are set to discuss the Conor Gallagher bid with Mauricio Pochettino. Remember that, right? We got more now. This is from Jacob Steinberg. This is where it begins to get weird. Conflicting reports. Chelsea apparently rejected the Gallagher offer already. £37 million plus add-ons, says Jacob Steinberg. This is where it gets bizarre. I'm surprised. But then Fabrizio counters that with this. Fabrizio says Chelsea haven't responded. So, what's going on? Because Fabrizio is Fabrizio, we know this. Jacob Steinberg is reliable too, though. So, someone's off. What's actually mad, and Matisse made this point, I'll show you on screen right now, and it's true, because I remember it. You can see at the bottom of your screen, Matisse saying, they used to work together, I swear. Guardian face-off. Yes, true. They used to work together. So, what's going on? What I do want to say off the bat, Chelsea would be crazy to refuse this bid. That's just me being honest. 37 million plus add-ons. So we're talking, let's just say, we'll call it 40, yeah? Because apparently it's 40 million. So 40 million. I remember when I said that if another team comes in with 40, 45 million, like Everton wanted to initially for Conor Gallagher, we turned that down because Conor didn't want to leave at the time. Understandable. But I said if another bid of that magnitude came in, we would be dumb to say no. So in this case, we would be dumb to say no. Now, I understand there's some fans out there, right, that have this sentiment. And look, I thought we made this clear with the whole Mount saga. Oh no, it'd be crazy to let go of Gallagher. Why? He's from Cobham. What are we doing? Like, no. If you actually think he is good enough, then fair enough, that's your footballing opinion, right? Absolutely cool. But to give the edge just because he's come from Cobham, no, I'm not having that. And people that are those very same people are the ones that are now coming out and going, no, do you know what message this would send? It would send a message to all the boys in the academy that your pathway is disrupted. You will not get into the first team. Oh yeah, I forgot we got Reece James from Man City, didn't we? You know, like, oh, Chalobah, who's still here now, we bought him from Brentford. Like, no. The truth of the matter is this, and I don't care where these players are from or where they're brought up or what the academy's saying or whatnot. If the player's good enough, he will be in the first team. Done. Reece James is good enough. He's there. He's now being spoken about being the captain. That's how peak it's got. Because he is quality. And everyone can see that. There's no debate. This was the problem I had with the whole Mason Mount saga. And I was like, listen, look at Reece James. Does anyone debate that he's class? No. Everyone just knows. Doesn't apply to Mount. Let's be honest. And we'll see. Time will tell. And we'll see what happens at United and whatnot. We'll see. Time will tell. Because I'm confident with my opinion and I'll see where this goes. But you can't just base someone's ability off the fact that, oh, he's from the academy, therefore he should be given an extra privilege. No. JT was good enough, because even though he came from the academy, signed at 14, but he was good enough. Simple. That doesn't mean everyone else is good enough and they got to make it. No. That's not how it works. But if you've plucked out talent and you've seen someone elsewhere and you've bought him and he's good enough to play at Chelsea, he's good enough to play at Chelsea. These very same people, if Twitter and all these social media platforms and this mentality existed back in 2004, right, when we were signing different sorts of players that people didn't even really know about, like, oh, we got Cech from France, this geezer called Cech, oh, we bought this striker called Drogba from Marseille, I thought we wanted Ronaldinho, what are we doing as a club? It's an absolute shambles, you know? Or JT comes through the academy. Oh man, no. You know what? How come we didn't incorporate anyone else from the academy? What's going on? No. Doesn't make sense, but look how successful that team went on to be. The truth of the matter is this: if the players are good enough, they will get into the team, academy or not academy. So people need to drop this whole thing of we have to force these through because they're from the academy. Conor Gallagher, for me right now, when you look at the talent, if we have Enzo, Caicedo, fingers crossed, and you're looking at the other options that are there. We have Nkunku who's going to be playing in the attacking midfield. If we just have that can we just speak about that? We have Enzo, Caicedo and Nkunku. Where are you playing Gallagher? Let me know. Oh, wait. Left back on the bench is probably where he's going to play. Simple as that. But people are going to say, nah, he'll come on. Where? To play in a double pivot? All right, maybe not. Will he play it and come on for Nkunku? Okay. In that case, why are we trying to chase an attacking midfielder and we're talking about all these players that people are getting excited about, actually? Oh, let's get a Shirky. Oh, yeah, well, Gallagher's gone then. Well, pick one. Who's better? Anyone that says Gallagher's better than Shirky, come on, please, just leave. Do you know what I mean? You have to talk on the level of, is the player good enough? Right now, we have to understand the fact. And this is my opinion. For me, Gallagher, technically, when you look at the ability that we've incorporated just on this preseason on the players that we don't actually know about, for me, I reckon Cassidy will hit crazy lengths. I think Santos will hit different levels. I think the ceilings for those guys alone are higher than what Gallagher has accomplished being in the first team for as long as he's been in already. And we're still going to talk about Chukwuemeka that people are saying give a chance to. How is he going to get a chance if Gallagher is in the team? Simple as that. But like I said, and I'm not going to be a hypocrite here, it's based on ability. For me, technically, we have to understand, if this was a Jose Mourinho team back in the day, I'd keep Gallagher. Because the guy's physical, absolutely. The guy runs for days. That is fantastic, right? He'll break legs, not a problem. Beautiful when you're playing defensive counter-attacking football. Lovely. Hence why he looked good at Crystal Palace. Because they weren't a free-flowing playing team, were they? They were low block, make life hard, get on the counter-attack, quick burst of pace, physicality, one chance, one goal. That's it, and he thrived. We don't play that. You need ballers. Gallagher's not a baller. He's not a baller. I mean baller. I mean technical, fast, quick thinking, agile activity. That's not Gallagher. But we got to force him in because he's from Cobham. No, I'm sorry. I'd rather go to the other guys that we've seen. And if we're talking about Chukwuemeka, for me, I think he has more technical ability than Gallagher. So to try and get Gallagher sold, and we're getting a price tag of 40, 45 mil, we'd be crazy to say no. So for me, sell. A bid like this comes in, I'm not against having him in the squad. Absolutely not. But if a bid comes in like this, sell. Take the money. Thank you very much. So that's my honest opinion on it all. Let me know your thoughts down below. And before we wrap up, quick news on Harry Kane. While he has reached an agreement with Bayern, Harry Kane is in full reflection mode as PSG have clearly positioned themselves in the race. Nasser Al-Khelaifi is optimistic and Kane's wife has even discreetly inquired about housing in Paris. This has come from France. So the same people that was talking about the whole Mbappe situation. So this could be legit, but I don't know how they've managed to get inside info to do with Kane's wife and what she's been talking to her husband about. I'm not sure how that info's been inquired. Anyway, this would be the Mbappe replacement, at least in the short term, wouldn't it? With the money that they get for Mbappe, they would easily go in for Harry Kane and get him. So, are PSG now in the race? Is it a Bayern Munich versus PSG race for Harry Kane? Let's wait and see. But for Harry Kane, either way, it would be a very, very good deal for him. Although I have to say his chances of winning the Champions League are, well, I would say normally higher with Bayern Munich, although Bayern Munich looked a little bit rocky, but I think under Thomas Tuchel, they will end up bouncing back quicker than what PSG are going to be doing with Luis Enrique and getting rid of all these stars and basically starting again. Does Kane have that time? So Bayern Munich is probably the place to go if he is considering all of those things that I've mentioned. Let's see how this one plays out. Where do you think he ends up? Bayern Munich or PSG, hit me down in the comment section below. And I will see all of you tomorrow for a couple of new ones whilst we see what happens tomorrow. It's going to be all guns blazing once again, I'm pretty sure. So to catch all the information and the footage and the content, make sure you are here. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Do not forget, hit the socials. Links are in the description. Instagram at Eunice Talks Football, TikTok at Y Talks Football. Twitter, or now as we know it, X. It's called X. So on X, follow me at Y Talks Football, and on TikTok at Eunice Talks Football. So much appreciated, everyone. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a good one. See you tomorrow. Take care, and peace.